So if you weren't able to pay rent for the COVID protected months, which begin from March 2020 and ends or the protection is extended to September 30th, 2021 of this year. If you have any unpaid rent for this period of time, you can submit a COVID-19 impact declaration to your landlord, and a copy of that declaration can be found on our Stay House LA website. You download a copy and you check off on the months you're impacted by COVID-19. And if you send that declaration into your landlord and make 25% of the payment that you owe beginning from September 2020 to September of this year, 2021, then you cannot be evicted for non-payment of rent. So that's to protect you and to allow the tenants to remain housed during this difficult time. That's one way to leverage the law. And now, as far as the back owed rent that remains due that you weren't able to take care of, we highly recommend that you apply for the rental assistance, foremost because it may potentially cover the back owed rent that's due, but it also can work as an affirmative defense in case that your landlord brings an unlawful detainer action against you. Then until that rental application is either denied or the funds are released, we can stay any eviction actions that are brought for non-payment of rent. So for an unlawful detainer action to begin, from the landlord's perspective, they have to serve what we call a notice. And that notice could look like a 3-day notice, a 15-day notice, a 30-day notice, 60-day notice. So that means that they are giving you notice that they have some kind of a complaint or grievance against you before they're able to file anything with the court. So once you're served with this notice, it's very, very important that you read through everything that's on the notice to process. Sometimes the landlord gives you an opportunity to cure, meaning you can address whatever they're complaining so that they cannot file an unlawful detainer action or a lawsuit against you. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it because it's just simply you need to quit. But there's a lot of different rules that govern how this is done and when it's permitted, depending on whether the property has rent control protections. So as soon as you're served with the notice, it's very important to read through it and also contact our services through the Stay House LA website. We provide counsel and advice, tailored counsel and advice to each type of notice to see if there's anything you can do to prevent the unlawful detainer action from being filed.
There is still an LA County eviction moratorium in place. And it's active until September 30th of this year. The Board of Supervisors recently approved an extension for the local protections to last until September 30th to also be in alignment with the federal and state protections, which are also on a similar timeline expiring on September 30th. So Stay House LA County is a unique partnership between the County of Los Angeles Department of Consumer and Business Affairs, various tenant-led community organizations, legal service providers that are coming together to provide tenants with the information, services, resources, and support that they need in order for them to exercise their rights and remain in their homes if they're facing the potential of eviction due to some type of financial hardship during the pandemic or any type of dispute they might be having with their landlord.
And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program. The goal of the program is to help households stay housed, to help prevent evictions and make sure that households can stay in their units for as long as possible. The program assists by providing rental assistance for unpaid back rents, and then for households who need assistance with their current rents or rents moving forward, we can continue to assist with those as well. This assistance does not count as earned income, so it doesn't impact households who are looking for assistance from other public assistance programs like CalFresh or WIC or some of the other programs that households oftentimes reach out to. So there's a lot of work that we've been doing on the program to make it easier for folks to get into the program. We can assist with households where the tenant has left the unit. We can assist with households where they are, multiple households living together in the same tenant, in the same unit. We can work with multiple people on the lease. The program is actually pretty flexible, and we've been working to build that flexibility as we've been building the program out and continuing to operate. And our program is open to both landlords and renters. Anybody can apply regardless of immigration status. Our application information is, we keep it very private. We take our personal information very seriously, so no information is shared, but there are opportunities to request a referral in the application. So if a household would like a referral for additional services, they can elect to have that referral, and then we will send over their contact information, but only their contact information for that referral. The program is not first come, first serve. So households who are looking for assistance, we do prioritize households based on eviction vulnerability. So households who are most vulnerable to eviction will be prioritized. We're going to continue to run the program until funds are exhausted, and we have 2 rounds of funding, and we're not even through our first round yet. So we strongly encourage households to apply. If folks have any question and about whether or not they're eligible, go ahead and apply.